It's a beautiful sunny day down here, so I thought I'd record this marketing update, like my marketing journal update. I thought I'd do it for you out here in the sun. So, I haven't done one of these. I think this is episode 7, maybe. Let me lean on this, try and keep the camera a bit steady. I get complaints. There we go. So, we building up our recurring income with HBA and getting a higher ticket income from Exitus. Now the thing, just to be completely frank with you, we had another good month with Exitus, and that surpassed the recurring income with HBA. But the HBA has been a bit slower because we've been focusing on the Exitus. So this is what I always say. So now for our higher ticket, sort of it's mid-ticket really, we need to try and automate as much of all this as we can, right? To keep sales of Exitus flowing and yet still keep our HBA growing. So we've spent a lot of time trying to teach people how to promote, and algorithms change for one thing, but actually before we even get to that, getting people to actually be able to follow through and be consistent is really, really hard. Everyone's got a reason, why they can't do it. Life gets in the way, they get busy, they get overwhelmed, they're not sure about the tech stuff, which we kind of got down to copy and paste, but even that was proving difficult. And then Sora 2's gone, Grok is now charging. So we kind of thought, well, hang on a minute, there's services out there that will get you leads, and there's one that was recommended that generates sales in Exitus. So the problem is with it, and it's only a small one, but the leads come in and you get the customer's details, the leads details. So you have to message them. Now in America, they're all American, that's great, and they've all filled a form in within the last hour, that's great. So you get it within an hour of them filling in their information. The problem with that is you can't always respond straight away, and that does play a factor apparently. The other thing is, if you want to send them a text, which is the best way of doing it, you can't. To do it from the UK to US is a nightmare. So for me, it's hard, right? And Eric's just, you may be aware, moved to Colombia, so he's not even in the US anymore. I'm not sure how that will work with his phone service, right? So we'll find out, I guess, today or tomorrow. So where does that leave us? So we've managed, right, after spending hours and hours programming with AI, we've managed to get an auto email going out, right? And then it occurred to me that, that any business that you're in, you're trying to convince them to join a business, whether that's a lotion and potion business or, sales funnels and things like that. Well, they're not going to these leads aren't necessarily looking for a side hustle, right? They might be looking for a job. I've had experience of this in the past. If we send them to something like, say, for example, HBA, which is brilliant, right, then they're probably not going to understand what it's talking about, turnkey systems and leads and, all of this kind of stuff. And if we send them to something like, Exitus or whatever else you're involved with that's maybe a little bit more to invest in, they just see that, someone's trying to sell me something and get me to spend money with them, it's a scam. And yet, those same people might go and start a shoe shop or a car wash business or something, and risk a lot of capital and, having to deal with customers and things. So I'm currently, now I've got the automation going, I'm completely flipping what we send what information we send. And it's going to be targeted more to the casual person who's filled one of these things in and was maybe expecting to be able to just get, I'll do this and I'll earn this much money, right, I'll get paid. I'm flipping it to explain that to them, and that's what I'm working on today, so watch this space. So with that said, if you want to get involved, we can now send an instant message, right? That's the first big hurdle. Because what that enables you to then do is then at a later date say, hey, I may touch straight away by email. Thanks for checking. I'm just checking in. Because we've already sent that initial email straight away, that gives you a big boost, a big advantage, right? And that's just for our team, right? So I'm working on the messaging today, amongst other things. I'm off to the theatre tonight. See a guy called Harry Enfield. Those of you in the UK might know Harry Enfield. So time is a bit limited. Okay, but that's my marketing update really. Exitus going well. We ran a special offer that's finished now to actually get you some of these leads that were proven to work. In fact, not this Saturday before, it made two $2,000 commissions from those leads, and the leads didn't even speak to anybody. So we know they're pretty good, right? Yeah, that's it really. The offer's finished. But if you see this video and you're interested in, so what did we make? 2, 3, 3.5, 4? I think we did about 4. Yeah, anyway, if you're interested, shoot me a message. We'll see what we can do. And that's my marketing update. Catch you later.